this and then say, yo, what up? How's it going, man?
I'm good.
It's good to hear. Good to hear. I'm going to change my song real quick.
Go for it.
Kirishima won, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kirishima won.
I've been trying to
good. Okay.
get him to work.
All right. All right. So hit me with the elevator pitch. What do you got going on with this Kirishima deck?
So the thought process was originally I was going to use a first impression to get like value out of the first attack and then get damage on the second if they block the first one and so on and so forth. I originally went with Void, which is the one I submitted to you, but then I realized if I go good, a lot of random things have Charge or Fury that are just really good.
True.
So I figured this probably works a little better.
So things like for small limber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the thought process is you small and limber your first attack, and then after you first impression, and then you pick up the first impression, which gives it more damage, so they have to block it, and then you ready all your small and limbers for your second attack.
Makes sense.
And then you just kind of, it's pretty much the old man, but he gets to do it for free.
Makes sense to me. So what is the goal here? What do you need help deck doctoring today?
I've been testing it, and it's just I want to make sure I'm doing as much as I can with it. Just there's a few things that are just I'm not sure on, because I think I've got a pretty good lineup here, but I think there's something that I'm missing.
I think that's totally fair. I think
the Void was definitely missing something, so I figured I'd try this.
Right. Making sure that you didn't miss anything. That is fair. Let me I'm gonna do some more looking real quick. In the meantime, have you tested this list at all?
I haven't got to test this one yet because I don't own 4 Airstream drivers yet. I just got my second one the other day, so I'm thinking of putting it together and testing it out a bit more. But I have the rest of the cards.
Fair. That is totally fair.
I just didn't have anything else that I thought Airstream driver could be that I was because it doesn't really go with a lot of the punches that are in there, but it's just a really good kill card, so it works itself out. And then that after Texas is kind of stupid.
True. You are a good one. Sorry, I'm still doing a little looking.
You're fine. This is a very random deck list.
You got that one.
You look at it, it just looks like a good punch deck, and then you're like, there's Airstream driver, what the hell's going on?
Right. Yeah, you'll probably not to get you off of Kirishima, obviously, but this is an All Might 3 and All Might 2 list is probably more consistent, but I respect the I respect the Kirishima hustle.
Yeah, I figured it would just be interesting because then you get the re-ready on offense and defense with Kirishima for free.
Right.
Because in Torino, you only get it once. You either get it on offense or you get it on defense. But Shima gets it both ways. So it kind of helps him live and be more defensive while still being offensive.
Right, because he gets the once per turn add a foundation to your hand for the +2 or -2. Yeah. Makes sense to me. Okay, so let's just take a look at the cards I threw on the sideboard. So I love this first impressions good symbol deck. But I think if first impressions is inside of your elevator pitch, it has to be a throw deck. Overhead reversal, invincible clasp, facepalm, takedown, reverse throw. I think it has to be that. I think if you are not doing first impressions that a one of inside of your deck, inside of your cool good deck is fine, but if this is the elevator pitch, it has to be throws.
Gotcha.
It's gotta be.
That makes sense. I mean, that could be in there instead of Airstream driver as the opener.
Reverse
just
throw?
Come with something else.
Right.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But I think overhead reversal is so good in Kirishima, right? Invincible clasp is so good in Kirishima.
Yeah.
Facepalm takedown is just a good ass card, right? Imagine giving this thing. I mean, it's a 5 diff opener that's a 2 high for 9, just getting too high for 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot going on, but that means that we lose literally this entire attack lineup and just make it a throw deck.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
If we're not going to do that,
true.
which is not the goal of your deck, right? I just wanted to put that out there as like what's going on.
Yeah. That is interesting.
Hardened Frenzy is insane in your character. It's nuts. It's just as good as Airstream Driver, and I'm sure you have 2 Frenzies on you, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Easily could have 2 Driver, and then 2 Frenzies,
Okay.
And then you have like a playable deck right now, right?
Yeah.
It's also it's a Fury, and so it still has that same
work with the combo,
right?
Yeah.
Cannon Blast is a charge move.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And so you get to do all sorts of cool Cannon Blast things, but it is not a punch. And so like it punch.
I mean, you could put that instead of Texas and it's the same thing because you're playing Texas as a second card at least, so it's a 5 diff anyways.
And if you are playing Cannon Blast over top of Texas, you are no longer beholden to the idea of punches, right? So you don't need leaping right hook even though it's a charge, right?
No, because then we can switch that to something else too.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Hardened Chop is insane in your character. It lets you rebuy back another face down, and you'll always have fuel for it. Hardened Frenzy we've already talked about. Hardened Jab is just a better future charge. The only thing is this card says that I'm allowed to Small and Limber on top of it, and this card says that I cannot. But this card is just a better card for Kirishima because I'm building more face downs.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. In addition to that, if you wanted to like go absolutely crazy, you could play Mighty Punch, and Mighty Punch is a move that they have to block, right? Because letting Kirishima have the +2 hand size means that
and it's a Fury too.
You will win,
right.
And it's a Fury. Playing this as your second move, if they do decide to block the first one because it's so big, it starts out as a 6 mid for 7 as your 6 difficulty.
Yeah,
right?
That's true. Yeah. And then you get all the small numbers to add onto it.
Correct. And then lastly, we have Go for the Win, which is destroy a foundation, build the top 2. Kirishima gets to play this card exceptionally well. I get to hyper build, right? So I get to bypass my 5 hand size. I build exceptionally fast, and I have more resources to pick back up into my stage in order to make moves happen, right?
Yeah, that seems good.
And so from here, I have put a lot. I mean, I get to my damage, right? I have put a lot of. I mean, attack. I didn't put a lot of. I put no foundations. I think the foundation choices that you have are good, right? But these are just like all the different options for things that you could be doing attack wise, right? And I don't necessarily think that you like. I need to change the deck list on here because I think Future Charge is a fine move and it has the word charge on it. But Jab is probably just better.
Be Mighty Punch,
right? Leaping right hook could be a 2 of, and we could have double Mighty Punch, right? In fact, I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah.
We're going to do 2 Leaping Hook, and we're going to do 2 Mighty Punch.
Yeah.
I think Chop is a messed up card, especially for Season 2.
Yeah.
Like, Chop is like how you beat walls. It just is.
Yeah. I love Chop. Yeah, Chop's one of my favorites. I have a bunch of them. I got lucky with that card.
And Cannon Blast is like how you eat late game stuff.
Yeah. That's fair enough. I mean,
so now let's
Cannon
talk about...
Blast could just...
Oh, go ahead.
I said the Cannon Blast could be replaced with the 2 drivers I'm missing too.
Could be, but then we have to look at this block zones. So we've got 6 low blocks. Right, 8 high blocks, which is fine. Let's look at our stats here. 20 and 19. Right now, the block zones look okay.
Yeah.
Right.
The block zones didn't look that bad when I brought it in. I don't think.
So let's talk.
We didn't really mess with them too much.
True. Yeah. I kept them as even as possible. Right. We actually lost 2 low blocks, and I increased my high blocks by 2, or my mid blocks by 2 for the Mighty Punches.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the punch cards. We got Double Good Impression, which I think is rad.
Mm-hmm.
I think the card's very, very cool with things like Texas Smash, Mighty Punch, Back Alley Haymaker, Future Charge, chaining all those moves. And 4x pull no punches because your deck is very slow. Your deck is going to want to play in Deadlock. I love these choices. I think choices are rad.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. It was mostly punches aside from the one card, so I figured might as well put those in because it would work well to help me string out if on a kill turn. Since like mostly you're just kind of poking a couple times in the beginning of the game, and then towards the end of the game you just go for the finish, and you gotta be able to string out.
True. I think we probably could/should drop good impressions down to a 1 of, because I like the card, and put new trading method up to a 3 of. This card lets you build out early. This card lets you have extra hand size. This card lets your character gets to pick it up for free. Your character then gets to block with it, build it in with Manly Passionate, and then build in an additional card. You build in a bonus card that you had, like you'll hold small and limp. You'll pick up first impressions as a committed face down for -2 damage. On the next move, you'll block with new training method. I'll build it down with Manly Passionate Guy. I'll build back in my first impressions.
Build back in the impressions.
My next attack next turn, I get to do the crazy stuff.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
The only card in this build, and I didn't go grab it, but I will real quick, that we could look at putting in foundation-wise is this one, and that is note taking. Flip your punch attack gets +2 speed. This just says that your Texas Smash is a little quicker, your Back Alley Haymaker a little quicker, your Mighty Punch a little quicker. You got to respect that move a little better. I think that a 1 of is probably fine, but I don't know if to cut anything for it. We're already at a 61 card deck with 20 attacks. Probably, honestly, a little low for our 5 hand size character, but it's a 5 hand size character that gets to buy back moves. We're building an extra, and we pick them up whenever we need them. So, like, if we wanted to take like a pull no punches out, right, and then put in a 1 note taking, we could put the pull no punches in our sideboard or something like that.
I mean, we could just toss it in on the top, and it's a 62 card deck, and then we get an extra low block as well.
I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed. 62. Can I convince you to make it 63 and we increase the attack count by 1?
Yeah, you can do that. I'm playing around 60 to 65 at this point right now.
I just want to make sure as our 5 hand size character that we don't get attack screwed. I was playing a 5-hander at the Unfun Stuff tournament this past week, and I played Tetsu, and I played a 17 attack deck in 50 cards, and I was still drawing all gray. Still, like I needed to up my attack even higher, right?
I played May a couple weeks ago, and I drew 12 cards, and I didn't find an attack. So yeah, it happens. It was the weirdest thing.
I kind of want it just to be like another Mighty Punch. I think Mighty Punch is really cool with this first impressions idea. You block it, you sling Mighty Punch, and you laugh at them. Yeah.
I like it. I mean, especially if you got like the note taking out or whatever. Man, that is gonna be fun.
For sure. Yeah, this looks, your block zones are all good. Let's go to our first hand. It's a good looking first hand. On a 2, on a 2, on a 2. And we got combo stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, when it's working and you get the pieces, it seems to work really well. It's just there's a lot of pieces that are kind of off. So the void didn't work because you needed so many pieces to get going, and then you needed other pieces because you needed momentum for your kicks, and it was just... Right. This doesn't really need all of that extra setup. It just needs the pieces. And even if I just only have small and limber, I still get to pick up and re-ready stuff, and then it helps me later into the game and stuff.
Makes sense. Makes total sense to me. All right. Well, man, thank you for the support. How do you like the deck? I think the changes are good.
Yeah, I think this looks good.
Yeah,
I'm thinking I'm gonna try the Airstream driver, and then if after that I might try the Cannon Blast as the finisher instead of Airstream.
And then third, like once you've done some experimenting there, try this 4 first impressions, 4 of these big throws, reverse throw, face palm, overhead reversal. Just slam them, man. Just slam so many throws in your deck.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Let me shoot you over this list. Thanks again for the support on Patreon, and we'll catch you next time, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Peace.